Okay, so we're here checking out Sharky. This is your new version of the assignment 5 turn-in. Obviously this is after assignment 9, but you've gone back and reworked on assignment 5, which was to turn in your fully functional color map and bump map for Sharky's body here. All right. So you did complete one step, okay, so you got half of it done here, which is to go and grab those color and bump maps and place them in your project folder here under Source Images 3D Paint Textures. So you can see they're here, included now. They weren't before. They were hanging out in another folder called Frog, okay? So you got that far. However, that's only the first part, okay? So there was another step that you missed, and I'll show you what it is and why it's so important right now, okay? So the step that you missed was to actually go in and tell Maya that you had moved those 2 files and tell Maya where to find them, okay? So, attached to your texture, when you create it, you have to go in and choose a file from your computer somewhere and say, okay, this is the texture file I want you to use, and here's where to find it. Maya will go in and find that file in the same place every time. If you move it, however, Maya will not know that you have moved it until you explicitly go in and reset that file path and tell Maya, okay, now it's over here, all right? So the reason it was important to take it out of the Frog folder and put it into the Shark folder is because when you send this project to another computer, if you're at work and you need to share this with someone, with your animator or anybody else, you'll need to make sure that stuff is all included in the folder that you send and not hanging out somewhere else. Now, if the files are not included when you send it along to the next person in the production line, this is what you get when you render. Okay, so you can see everything else is here, but the texture, where the texture should be, is just black. All you can see is this black outline of Sharky, indicating that the textures are not being found. So Maya doesn't know what to render here, so it just renders blackness, okay? So that's why it's important. So yeah, you have to make sure that you have those included in the project file, which you have done, but then even once you've done that, Maya is still going to be looking in that old location for your file. So I'll show you that right now and how to fix it. Just come up to a window. We'll go to Rendering Editors, Hypershade, okay? And the texture that we're concerned with here, the material we're concerned with, is this Lambert 5, okay? Lambert 5 is the file that holds Sharky's color map as well as the bump map, okay? So you can see here we've got just black, and there's a color map plugged in here, okay? We can get to it just by clicking on this little square with the arrow in it, alright? And here's this screen. You should be pretty familiar with it by now. This is that file screen saying, okay, here's the color map I want you to use for the color of this material, alright? And here is the file path that Maya is following to find this color map, and in this case you can see it's not finding it. It's just coming up with nothing. So it's looking for that color map in the Frog folder, okay? So it's still looking in the Frog folder, even though we've moved things, okay? And because the Frog folder is not part of your Shark project file, no such folder exists on someone else's computer, alright? So when you send this to your animator, or your special effects guy, or whoever, they're not going to have access to the frog file, meaning they're also not going to have access to these textures, okay? So as soon as they pull that up, it'll just come up blank because it'll be looking for this frog file and will be unable to find it. So of course we have to fix that, and the way we can do that is to just grab this little file folder right here. Okay, click on that. And we're going to navigate to our project, our Shark project, alright? And here we go. There's the Shark project file folder. We'll come to source images, 3D paint textures. This is the new location of our Shark color map and bump map, okay? And we just have to select it here. Okay, that's the bump map, so we'll select our color map, hit open. Okay, and you can see this has changed now. And Maya is now going in to the new location that we just specified, right, inside the Shark project folder, and is looking for the color file there instead. Alright, so now that we fixed that, when it renders, now we can see that color on Sharky and it's no longer blank, okay? So it's very important to include your color map and your bump map in your file, all right, in your project file, and it's also important to go in and reset your color and bump map locations on your material here, okay, in Maya, so that it knows where to find them now, all right? So we actually have to do the same thing with the bump map before the bump map will show up, okay? So again, you know, we just came to Window, Rendering Editors, Hypershade. We grabbed our Lambert 5 here, okay, to bring this up. This is where our bump map is, okay? So bump mapping, we just click on this little arrow, go to our bump map file. We can see right now it's searching for the bump map in a place called Frog, okay, which is not included in our project file. So we'll change it. We'll just click on this little folder here, navigate to our project file, to our source images and 3D paint textures, and we'll come to our P-Cube Shape 1 normal camera, our bump map, okay, right here, and we'll open that. And we can, you know, even hit reload is probably a good idea. And then once we do that, our bump map will also appear on Sharky, okay? It's a little dark, so it's kind of hard to see, but it is there. So once you've done that, make sure that you come up and save your project, all right? None of those changes that you made will remain unless you do save your project first, okay? So just save it, close it out, and that's it. And then no matter who you send that project file to, it will always contain all the necessary textures for render time, okay? Well, that's it for today. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that we went over. Thanks for watching, and happy modeling.